Welcome to Freedom Field, home of the Creekside Knights, where we are getting set for action between the Knights and the Conquerors live on Schlick Sports. Hello, everyone. I am Noah Schlick, bringing you today's action live from St. John's, Florida, and we have got a great matchup on hand. Creekside just had their 6-game win streak snapped by the Clay Blue Devils on the road Tuesday night. They return home to take on one of the best teams in the state. Trinity entered the week ranked number 1 in the state of Florida. However, they just lost their first game to a team from Florida, University Christian, upsetting the Conquerors Tuesday night by a score of 3-2. This is a loaded Trinity team. They have got, we all know what Trinity has. They got 3 Florida commits alone. Quite the stacked lineup. They got Tyler Ellis, the sophomore lefty, on the mound tonight. Perfect game grade of 9, and he has been phenomenal this season. He battles the Creekside ace, Matt Bysham, coming off of a phenomenal showing against Tokoi Creek. He looks to follow it up against a team that he is very familiar with, plays with actually a few of these guys in the Trinity lineup. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out, but first we're going to send you down to the field for the starting lineups and the national anthem.
Tonight we welcome the Conquerors of Trinity Christian Academy as they take on your Creekside Knights. Introducing today's non-starters for Trinity Christian. Number 4, Braden Hansen. Number 5, Aaron Watson. Number 7, Merrick Beamish. Number 11, Miles Tyson. Number 18, Brennan Bachtel. Number 30, Levi Crouch. Number 28, Griffin Edenfield. And now, the starting lineup for the Conquerors. Leading off in center field, number 21, Gage Petrus. Batting second, the left fielder, number 17, Aiden Arnett. Batting third, the first baseman, number 9, Braden Harris. In the cleanup spot, the DH, number 2, Brady Harris. Batting fifth, the shortstop, number 23, Jordan Martinez. Batting sixth, the third baseman, number 1, Maddox Lee. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 15, Braden McKee. Batting eighth, the right fielder, number 13, Gerard Flowers. Batting ninth, the second baseman, number 8, Chandler Dantzler. Pitching this evening for the Conquerors, number 6, Tyler Ellis. Assistant coaches, John Waston, Sebastian Moore, Danny English, Cody Ebriel, and the head coach for Trinity, John Murphy. Now let's meet your non-starters for the Creekside Knights. Number 3, Connor Belizic. Number 4, Nick Romeo. Number 7, Tavern Blanzic. Number 8, Hunter Schlegel. Number 9, Drew Williams. Number 12, Jackson Kane. Number 15, Roman Baselli. Number 16, Quinn Wilfong. Number 18, Hunter Zimmerman. Number 21, Josh Huber. Number 22, Micah Henson. Number 23, Gavin Dupre. Number 24, Hudson Hyatt. And number 25, Jonah Libby. And now, let's meet the defensive starters for your Knights. In left field, number 17, Zach Jackson. In center field, number 20, Sean Aschenfelder. In right field, number 6, Michael Bysham. At the hot corner, number 19, Carson McFarland. At shortstop, number 5, Ty Martineau. At second base, number 2, Aiden Benechek. At first base, number 14, Adam Harvey. Behind the plate, the catcher, number 13, Gavin Strunk. Tonight's designated hitter, number 1, Parker Morton. And taking the mound this evening for the Creekside Knights, number 10, Matthew Bysham. Assistant coaches, Robbie McCloskey, Darren Lester, Chris Angelo, Tony Mazzio, and the head coach for the Creekside Knights, Mr. Chris King. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we direct your attention to the American flag flying in center field. Please stand and remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
And it's time to play ball between the Knights and the Conquerors. High school baseball action live on this gorgeous Thursday night. Again, I'm Noah Schlick bringing you tonight's action live on Schlick Sports. Time now to take a look at the starting lineups. First off, the batting order for the Trinity Christian Conquerors, coming in at 18-4, ranked number 1 in the latest FHSAA poll.
Gentlemen, let's play ball.
They're led off by Gabe Petrutz, the center fielder, followed by Aiden Arnett and Braden Harris. Brady Harris, the DH, cleaning things up, followed by Jordan Martinez, Maddox Lee, Braden McKee, Gerard Flowers, and Chandler Danzler. This is a very dangerous Trinity lineup. As a team, they are batting .316, averaging 3.7 runs per game. At the top of the order alone, star-studded, a Maryland commit leading things off, about as good of a leadoff hitter as they come. Petrutz batting .451. Aiden Arnett, the left fielder, phenomenal as well, committed to Florida. Braden Harris in that 3 spot. Florida State commit, the cleanup man, Brady Harris, Florida commit. That is a very tough top of the order to face. Meanwhile, Matthew Bysham on the mound. He's solid, to say the least. Very talented on his own. The sophomore comes in at 6'0", 175 on the mound. Had a phenomenal start his last time out against Tocoi Creek. Went 5 2/3, allowing 3 hits, no runs. And that was when he was hurt. Or not hurt, excuse me, sick. Actually threw up earlier that day. Still managed to pitch and had a phenomenal outing at that. Had to exit the game in the 6th, giving everyone a little bit of a scare. Said he just tweaked something in his shoulder and he should be good to go. As there's our first pitch. We are underway. Time of first pitch, 6:29 Eastern Standard Time. Now a 1-1 count. Skips it down and away, 2-1. The 2-1 offering. Back up the middle, fielded by Martineau. Throws on to first, in time. 1 up, 1 down, and that's a tough out to lead off the game. Bysham gets it. That'll bring up Aiden Arnett. Arnett getting the start in left field. A commit to the University of Florida. Batting .406, OPS up over 1,000. This is a Trinity team that can generate a lot of pop. He's got 2 home runs. The Conquerors, 16 on the season. A 1-1 count. Back up the middle. Benechek fields, throw on to first, in time. 2 up, 2 down to start the first inning. That'll bring up Braden Harris.
Now batting with two away, the first baseman, number 9, Braden Harris.
So we'll take a look here at the fielding alignment for the Creekside Knights. Out in left field, they got Zach Jackson, Sean Aschenfelder, and center Michael Bysham over in right. On the infield, McFarland, Martineau, Benechek, and Harvey. Behind the plate, Gavin Strump, and on the mound, Matthew Bysham. Starting lineups brought to you by Troy Silhan with Bank of England Mortgage. Two-0 count on Braden Harris. What a many talented sophomore on this team. Fouls one away, 2-1. This Trinity team has 3 sophomore who are all ranked in the top 25 players in the country in the class of 2026. This time a chopper out to short, and Martineau retires him to retire the side. 1-2-3, Bysham sets down the Conquerors in order in the first. First chance for the Knights coming up next. They are back together again and talking sports in Jacksonville. Brent Martineau and former Jags player Austin Lane from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. on all the social media platforms, and for the first time ever in Jacksonville, a 24/7 streaming network. It's Action Sports Jax 24/7. Download the Action News Jax Now app and get sports all day, every day. It's on Roku, Apple TV, Google TV, and many other platforms. Action Sports Jax 24/7 and the new Brent and Austin Show, 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. Welcome back here to Creekside High School, bottom of the first, and let's take a look at the batting order for the Creekside Knights. They are led off by Sean Aschenfelder, followed by Parker Morton and Ty Martineau. Carson McFarland batting cleanup, followed by Michael Bysham and Adam Harvey. Gavin Strump, Aiden Benechek, and Zach Jackson rounding things out. And they're going up against Tyler Ellis, the sophomore lefty, stands at 6'2", 195. Fires his first pitch to Aschenfelder, and it's a called strike. 0-1. Ellis has appeared in 8 games this year. This is going to be his 6th start. Pitch outside, 1-1. He's got a 4-1 record and an ERA at 1.52. He has been phenomenal out there. Aschenfelder slaps one to right. That is down! Sean will stay put at first base with a single. Leadoff man on for Creekside. And so far, this could not have gone any better for Creekside against the Trinity Christian Conquerors.
Designated hitter number 1, Parker Morton.
They get the 1-2-3 inning, leadoff man on. Now they got to keep building on this early momentum. The right fielder, Gerard Flowers, playing over by the line. Parker Morton showing bunt. He pops it up. Maddox Lee, the third baseman, makes the catch. 1 away. Well, that hurts the momentum a little bit. Still 1 on, 1 out. Ty Martineau, the next up for Creekside.
Number 5, Ty Martineau.
Martineau comes into this one batting .310, on base percentage at .436. Driven in 17 runs, a team lead. Last game against Clay, he had an RBI double. That came in the 6th inning. Pitch inside. 1-1. Aschenfelder a threat to steal on first base, but Creekside, normally a very aggressive team on the base paths. They've stolen 72 bases this year, but that's not exactly been the case recently, as they've been much less aggressive on the bases in their last few games. The lefty Ellis fires, gets a swing and a miss from the lefty Martineau at the plate. Now 2-2 count. Big 2-strike count. Ellis fires, Ashenfelder goes, pitch hits Martineau. 2 on, 1 out. On a hit by pitch, that's a big one. 2-2 count, he lets him go with a free base. That brings up McFarland.
The third baseman, number 19, Carson McFarland.
Time now to take a look at the fielding alignment for the Trinity Christian Conquerors. Out in the outfield, Aiden Arnett in left, Gade Petrus in center, Gerard Flowers in right. On the infield, Maddox Lee in the hot corner, Jordan Martinez at short with Chandler Danzler at second, Braden Harris the first baseman, and Braden McKee behind the plate. Starting lineups brought to you by Troy Silhan with Bank of England Mortgage. As Carson McFarland takes strike one. McFarland with 2 home runs, 14 RBIs on the season. Got 2 on, 1 out. Pickoff move to second, skips away from Martinez, but staying put is Ashenfelder. Count 0-1. Carson McFarland. He drives this one to left center field. This one's got a chance. It is a one-hopper off the wall. Ashenfelder scores. Martineau headed for the plate. He is in. A 2-run double for Carson McFarland gives Creekside the early lead. Just what the doctor ordered from the top of the order. Creekside getting it done. When the Knights have had success on offense this season, the key players, Ashenfelder, Martineau, McFarland, all 3 of them come through there for the Creekside Knights, and they got 2 in over Trinity Christian in the first inning. Michael Bysham, the next up for the Knights. That double is brought to you by Triple Crown Fence. Call today at 305-331-9377. Still 1 on, 1 out. Bysham thought about putting a bunt down, takes a pitch outside. One's on the scoreboard. 1 out and a 1-1 count. Two nothing Creekside with the early lead. Now 2-1 count on Bysham. Obviously the thing on the scoreboard that's not a 1 in that count. The score, 1-2-3 inning. That's how the Conquerors went down in the top of the first. Bysham takes upstairs, 3-1. Creekside with another runner in scoring position. The 3-1 offering. Swung on and fouled back, 3-2. Bysham this season batting .286 on base percentage at .403. He's driven in 10 runs. Misses for ball 4. Tyler Ellis in some early trouble out here.
Next up for your
Two runners on base for Creekside. 2 runs in the first.
14,
Still 1 out.
Harvey.
If you're Ellis on the mound right here, you're looking for a ground ball that your infielders can handle. Look to turn 2. A double play would be huge for the Conquerors to get out of this inning and force it first, second, and third. Harvey puts one in the air. Right field, drifting under it is the center fielder, Petrutz, ranging all the way over from center. Makes the catch. 2 gone for Creekside, and that'll bring up the catcher, Gavin Strump.
Now step into the plate
And
with
Strump,
tonight's catcher,
he got himself a
13,
big hit against Clay.
Gavin Strump.
RBI double in the second in that game, driving in one of 2 runs for Creekside in that 3-2 loss. Knights offense only managed 5 hits in that game. It's the first time in 3 games they've been held to less than 10. Creekside felt good coming into this matchup after that loss on Tuesday. It's the feeling getting down on the field during batting practice and the warm-up. They're just loose out there. They feel confident in their ability. They know the challenge that Trinity poses to them. I've been saying for a few weeks, Creekside's been searching for that signature win. Foul tip, strike 2. I've also had my eyes on this game. Kind of reminds me of a St. John's Country Day game out here a couple years ago. Spartans came in ranked in top 5 in the country. The Knights, with a losing record that year, knocked them off. Foul tip, strike 3. Tyler Ellis sets down Harvey and Strump to limit any further damage, but the Knights plate 2 in the first inning against Trinity Christian. On to the second. Creekside with the early lead. Attention sports fans of Southwest Jacksonville. Are you prepared to defend against the greatest opponent of our time? I'm not talking about a rival team. I'm talking about cyber threats. Did you know that in 2023, over 60% of small to mid-sized businesses experienced a cyber attack, and only 14% were considered prepared to handle the attack? Don't let one setback sideline your success. Here to help is CMIT Solutions of Southwest Jacksonville, your local IT managed services provider for small to mid-sized businesses in and around Southwest Jacks. Tune in to our free podcast on cybersecurity, where we break down the complex threats in just 15 minutes per episode. Make the most of your drive time and defend your business like a champion. Stay safe, stay secure. Find us on YouTube at youtube.com/@CMITSWJacks.
The Conquerors, designated hitter number 2, Brady Harris.
Top of the second inning now on Schlick Sports as Creekside with the early 2-run lead over Trinity Christian. Part of the order coming up for the Conquerors. And they're led off by Brady Harris. Set down 1-2-3 by Matthew Bysham in the first inning. Now down by 2 early on. Trinity looking for a bit of a response here in the second. Harris, the sophomore, having a phenomenal year. Chops this one to third, but it's stopped by McFarland, and he makes the throw across the diamond for out number one. Nice job there by McFarland, backhanded on the ground. Able to get to his feet, make a comfortable throw to first. Now I'll bring up Jordan Martinez, the shortstop.
Jordan Martinez.
Martinez leads this team with 7 home runs. 22 RBIs, also team leading total. He smacks this one high into right. Bisham makes the catch. 2 gone. Maddox Lee the next up.
That'll be the third baseman, number 1, Maddox Lee.
Good start for Matt Bisham so far. See the sophomore use a sinker, slider, and a changeup. He'll rely mostly on that sinker. That changeup he was struggling a little bit to find early on in the year. It's a sinker past Maddox Lee. 0-1. I was talking to him before the game about that changeup and how it's come along throughout the season, and he said that he's finding it. Felt good in that last game against the Toros of Tokoi Creek, and just through a bullpen session where it felt really good. He feels confident in that pitch and his ability to execute it, along with that slider and sinker that he's been relying on this year. I think that will come in handy, especially if he can throw that one effectively against a lineup like Trinity, having that third option to rely on and not just having the 2-pitch mix, especially facing some of these top hitters. That'll be big for Bisham if he can execute the changeup in this game. 2 outs and a 2-2 count on the third baseman, Maddox Lee. Takes a pitch down and away. Didn't bite at the slider, thought about it. Thought better of it as he saw it trailing into the left-handed batter's box. Lee, the senior, 15 RBIs on the season. Gonna go play at Santa Fe College. Takes a pitch outside, and that one gets away from Matthew Bisham, so a 2-out walk gets a runner on.
For Trinity, the catcher.
That brings
Number
up
15,
Braden McKee.
Braden McKee.
McKee, the junior, batting .273. Pickoff move to first, back safely. Maddox Lee. Lee is a threat to steal. This is a Trinity team that's stolen 56 bases, only caught stealing twice. Ball 1 to McKee. Lee has got 7 of them. Tied for second on the team in stolen bases. And with 2 outs here, wouldn't be surprised to see him on the move. Bisham with a couple of check-over throws. 1-0. Just misses inside. 2 balls, no strikes. And Ty Martineau going to go talk with the sophomore. Bisham was off to a phenomenal start to the game, set down the first 5 men in order. Lost Maddox Lee after having him in a good 2-strike count. Now 2-0 start to this one. Misses up and away, 3 balls, no strikes. Bisham looking to find the zone. Didn't walk any batters against that Tokoi Creek lineup, but he did hit 3. Not typically a guy who's going to walk too many. Back-to-back walks, rare. It's a strike across on the Trinity catcher. 3-1. Another pickoff move. Lee back safely. 3-1 count. 2 outs in the second. Lee goes. Pitch is slapped into left field for a base hit. Lee takes a big turn at second, but he will stay there. 2 on, 2 out. Now I'll bring up Gerard Flowers.
Next up for Trinity, the right fielder, number 13, Gerard Flowers.
Merrick Beamish going to go out there and run for the catcher, McKee. Haven't seen Beamish pitch this year due to an injury, but he's very good out there. Pitched against Creekside at St. Augustine a couple years ago. Swing and a miss from Flowers, 0-1. Beamish actually committed to UCF to go play at the next level. Transferred to Trinity from St. Augustine. Good slider, gets into the zone. 0-2 count on Flowers. The freshman at the plate, he struggled this year, batting just .111. Bisham looks to get him on an 0-2 count. Bloops this one out into shallow right. That one is going to drop behind Harvey. Lee is going to score. To third goes Beamish. Runners at the corners with 2 out. Now 2-1 our score. That was a tough one on the first baseman, Harvey. He was in there.
Now batting for the Conquerors, the second baseman, number 8, Chandler Dantzler.
He's keeping Beamish close at first base. Ready for the pickoff move. If he was in his regular first base positioning, that's an easy pop out for out number 3, but Flowers and Trinity able to catch a little break there. They get a run across, and now 2 in scoring position for Chandler Dantzler. Dantzler batting .297 this year. Getting the start at second base tonight. Strike from Bisham. One. Foul tip, strike 2. One-two count on Chandler Dantzler. Bisham set. Fires. Just missed down and away. Bisham was hoping to get that call, but I think a good one behind home plate. Just missing. Dantzler thought about the slider outside. Able to hold off 3-2. Gage Petrutz on deck. And you do not want to see him up at the plate in a bases loaded situation. Full count. Here's the pitch. Got him looking at strike 3. Sigh of relief from Creekside as Trinity only able to plate 1 in that dangerous spot. Knights still holding on 2-1 heading into the bottom of the second. That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. We specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417-3557 for your free estimate today. Bottom of the second inning, Aiden Benechek leading things off for Creekside. Takes strike 1. Creekside with 8-9-1 due up in the second, leading 2-1. Trinity Christian able to get a run across in the top half of the inning. Now just a one-run advantage for Creekside as Benechek pops one up. Right side of the field. Danzler drifting back makes the catch. One away. Now I'll bring up Zach Jackson for Creekside.
Number 17, Zach Jackson.
Tyler Ellis got hit around pretty good there in the first inning, but able to retire the last 3 men in order. Got Zach Jackson up now, who takes a ball down and in. Jackson batting .333 on the season. The junior's been nice at the plate. Worked his way into the everyday lineup. Strike one now. A 2-1 count. Rips one down the left field line. That ball is foul. Made good contact with it, just far out of play. 2-2, full windup and the pitch. Curveball above the zone. Now full count. Taking a look at what Ellis throws. He's got a fastball, curveball, slider, and a changeup, and that fastball been clocked out at 92. Pitch misses away to Jackson, a close one, but in the end, a good take. 1 on, 1 out. That'll bring up Aschenfelder, who singled down the right field line his first time up.
Sean Aschenfelder.
And if he can yield another result like that, this time up at the plate, Jackson is getting at least to third base. Aschenfelder entered the day batting .333. First pitch swinging, pops it up, foul ground towards the Creekside dugout, out of play. 0-1. Runner goes. Pitch, a ball down and in. Close play at second. Ball out of the glove of Danzler. Jackson in safely with a stolen base. Second straight game with a stolen base for Zach Jackson. He's now into scoring position. 1-1 count. 1 out. Inside on Aschenfelder. 2-1. Set on the mound is Ellis. The lefty fires. Strike 2. Aschenfelder's driven in 13 this season. He's got 2 home runs. Here's the 2-2. Back up the middle into center field. We'll see if they send Jackson. They are. Headed to the plate. It's going to be close. He is safe. Aschenfelder going to second. He is out trying to reach second on the play, but he does drive in Jackson on an RBI single. It is 3-1 Knights. Not opposed to that decision to go for second. Heads up behind the plate by McKee. The catcher able to make a good throw down to second in time. Beats the speed of Aschenfelder. Jackson scores. Now Creekside back on top by 2. Parker Morton takes ball 1, 1-0. 2 outs now in the inning. Foul tip. 1-1. Fastball up high, 2-1. Creekside not been fazed by the velocity of that fastball so far. Strike 2 to Morton. When Creekside's seen good velo like that this year, they've done well against it. They hit the fastball well. 2 out, 2-2 pitch. Chopped over towards first, making the play. Harris will step on the bag to retire the side. But Creekside gets another in the second. They add on to their lead, now 3-1 over Trinity Christian as we enter the third on Schlick Sports. First Coast Lighting and Fans is a proud sponsor of Schlick Sports and Creekside Baseball. They have the area's largest selection of lights, fans, and home decor. Be sure to stop by and browse their location on Phillips Highway across from the Avenues Mall at 10130 Phillips Highway. They look forward to helping you with your lighting needs soon. Back now for the top of the third inning. Trinity Christian trailing Creekside early on by a score of 3-1. This is a Trinity team that just a couple weeks ago was a top 10 team in the country according to Max Preps. However, they've since lost 3 of their last 4. We're on a 17-game winning streak. Back up the middle, base hit from Gage Petrus. And obviously 3 of your last 4 is a little different when you're participating in a national tournament with nationally ranked and high state ranked team. They went 2-2 at the Cary National High School Invitational. And that is a tough place to play. Being able to squeak out 2 wins there, and impressive to do. Come back home after that trip. Probably a little thin on pitching after that. Lose 3-2 to University Christian, who Creekside will see tomorrow night. That'll be live here on Schlick Sports. That's the first time Trinity had lost to a team from Florida. Now, even with the quality of those losses and that they've had, those teams that they've faced, losing 3 of your last 4 never feels good. Trying to come out here, get back on track tonight. Slider looked like it was going to hit Aiden Arnett for a moment, but snuck away from him, stayed inside though. 1 on, nobody out in the top of the third. 1-1 count. Bisham going to step off. Slide step. Sinker across. 1-2. Two-strike count on Aiden Arnett. And he gets him looking at strike 3. Nice job painting the outside corner, Matt Bisham. Sets his second man down on strikes. 1 away, still 1 on. Gage Petrus on first base and Braden Harris to the plate. And you wonder if they send Petrus here. Bisham definitely worried about him. The Maryland commit leads this Trinity team with 9 stolen bases. Petrus is about as good of a leadoff man as they come. Batting .451, getting on base near the 600 mark. He goes here, pitches slapped on a line into right field. He's going to advance to third. That's a line out to second base if Benechek isn't covering the steal. Braden Harris couldn't have placed that one any better. Runners at the corners. Now I'll bring up Brady Harris. Chris King going to go out there and talk mainly to Aiden Benechek. I believe that Ty's the one covering there. Not sure exactly what Chris King wanted Benechek to do there. Because typically you go to back up. Martineau is always the one receiving those. Now Brady Harris to the plate. Grounded out to third. Nice play from Carson McFarland. Led off the second inning. Trinity has the tying run on first base. And Gage Petrus standing on third. Brady Harris, 12 RBIs. Perfect game All-American, top 10 player in the 2026 class. Got a hitter's count now, 2-0. Slider away now, 3-0, and Bisham in danger of walking the bases loaded. And it would also allow Braden Harris, coming off the single, to advance into scoring position free. Surprised they haven't sent him on a steal yet, though. 3-0 up and in. He walked him on 4 pitches. So now the tying run into scoring position for Trinity.
Next up for Trinity, the
Go ahead run on first
Jordan Martinez.
for Jordan Martinez. He flew out to right field his last time up. And Martinez can generate a lot of pop up at the plate. He is slugging at the 780 mark. 7 home runs, putting up incredible numbers this season. From what I've heard, he started off the season pretty slow as well. Now batting .342 and 1 out, bases loaded. A big spot for him right here. 0-1 count. There's strike 2 on the outside corner. 0-2 count. Going for that same spot, and Martinez rung up looking at strike 3. 2 gone, and that'll bring up Maddox Lee.
Batting with 2 away, the third baseman, number 1, Maddox Lee.
That one we've seen that strike called consistently tonight, about a ball outside. And Bisham attacking that spot with the zone, and I don't have a problem with it as long as he's consistent with it. And that's what the home plate umpire has been in this game. 0-1 on Maddox Lee. Bases loaded, 2 gone in the top of the third. Creekside with the 3-1 lead. Lee walked on a 3-2 count his last time up. Swings at strike 2 here. Bisham, 1 strike away. Strump set outside. Missed away. 1-2. Creekside has been sticking with that sinker here. Goes with the heat again. It's a chopper. Foul down the third base line. I think that's 4 sinkers to start off this plate appearance from Matt Bisham. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him bury a slider right here. Strump, good when it comes to blocking. Maybe put one in the dirt right here. 1-2. The 1-2. In the dirt, didn't bite. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And now's where you go right back to that outside spot with the sinker. Bases loaded. 2 outs and a 2-2 count. Ground ball past the diving Martineau into left field. That will score 2. It is back even at 3. A 2-2 count, and Maddox Lee comes through. 2-run single, and Trinity ties it up in the third.
The Conquerors, the catcher, number 15, Braden McKee.
That brings up Braden McKee. We're having pinch runner up there, number 30, and I do not have a 30 on the roster. Number 30 running out at second base. Pop up, foul ground, in pursuit, and making the catch is Carson McFarland. 4 out, number 3. A tough play there, and the sun falls down and holds on to retire the side. But Trinity Christian able to tie it up on the 2-run single from Maddox Lee. Brand new ball game going into the bottom of the third. It's 3-3 at Freedom Field. They are back together again and talking sports in Jacksonville. Brent Martineau and former Jags player Austin Lane from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. on all the social media platforms, and for the first time ever in Jacksonville, a 24/7 streaming network. It's Action Sports Jacks 24/7. Download the Action News Jacks Now app and get sports all day, every day. It's on Roku, Apple TV, Google TV, and many other platforms. Action Sports Jacks 24/7 and the new Brent and Austin Show, 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. Bottom of the third inning now. 3-3 our score between Creekside and Trinity Christian.
Number 5, Ty Martineau.
3-4-5 coming up for Creekside here. In the third, they've been able to plate 3 runs thus far. 2 in the first, 1 in the second. Full windup. And Martineau drills one down the right field side, but way out of play. Hit Coach Mazzio's car. That's the second straight game where my car has come dangerously close to being hit by a foul ball. That was hard off the hop. 2-1. I'm parked a good 320, 330 feet away from home plate. Martineau came 5 feet away from hitting my car. Two count. Here comes. Out of play on the foul ball. Maddox Lee might have stepped in like a hole or something. Tripped up. Looks to be all right. Foul tip. Out of the glove, though. Martineau fights on, stays alive. Does Brightway Insurance, the Baselli agency, offer baseball auto protections? All the auto. Up and in. 3-2. Full count. Here's the offering. Upstairs, ball 4. Leadoff walk for Ty Martineau. Runner on first, and that brings up McFarland. Carson had a major hit. Drove in 2 runs on a double back in the first. Got a runner on, nobody out. 16 RBIs on the season for McFarland. He's just looking to advance Martineau here. Takes the first pitch. 0-1. So far, we've seen Ashenfelder and Martineau reach both times up at the plate. McFarland able to do so his first time. Skies one to left field. Camped under it, Arnett. Fighting against the sun with no sunglasses makes the catch. Martineau staying put at first base. 1 out, 1 on. Now bring up Michael Bysham.
Now batting with 1 away, the right
He
fielder.
walked on a full
Number
count
6,
his first time up.
Michael Bysham.
Said in that first inning, Martineau, McFarland, and Ashenfelder. 3 big players into the Knights' offensive success. They've now reached base 5 of their first 6 plate appearances. Now Michael Bysham at the plate. Martineau on the go, and he is caught in a pickle. Tagged out. There's strike 1 and out number 2. That's the 21st time Creekside has been caught stealing this season. Now 1-1 count on Michael Bysham. That's been a big issue for Creekside, outs on the bases. I get running that situation right there. Doesn't pay off, however. Slider down and in on Bysham. 2-1 count now. 2 outs. Base is now empty. Full windup and the pitch from Ellis. Down and in. 3 balls, 1 strike. Bysham trying to keep the inning alive. Takes a ball low. Second walk of the game for Michael Bysham. And that brings up Adam Harvey.
Now batting for the Creekside Knights, the first baseman, number 14, Adam Harvey.
Harvey flew out to right field, but the center fielder, Petrutz, came all the way over from center to make the catch. So technically an F8. Takes a pitch low as Ellis struggling to find the strike zone. It's now 5 straight balls from him. 1-0. Harvey takes inside. Adam Harvey's on-base percentage, the exact same as his batting average. He has not walked or gotten hit by a pitch this season. Came into this one batting .364, however, so it works for him. Point is, we could see Harvey be pretty aggressive here in a hitter's count. Actually, I had a little joke just said, when's that on-base percentage going to get higher than that batting average before the game? He just laughed that one off. Now a 3-0 count. Could it finally happen? Gavin Strump on deck. After 7 straight balls, Ellis needs to find the zone. The 3-0. Called strike at the knees, 3-1. Up and in, catching the zone, full count. The payoff pitch to Adam Harvey. Ripped down the third baseline. That ball is fair. Bisham racing for third. They're going to send him home. He will score easily. It's an RBI double for Adam Harvey. 2 outs, a full count, and Adam Harvey comes through. Another RBI double for Creekside. Now 4-3. How about that? Most of the time, when you see a guy get caught stealing, now the base is empty, 2 outs, strike on Bisham. I mean, I was starting to write that inning off, like, okay, this one's probably over, but credit where credit is due. Bisham works the walk. Harvey stays patient, takes 5 pitches, gets the double down the line, drives in a run, and now they chase Tyler Ellis from the game. It's time for our first pitching change, brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. As into the game comes Braden Hansen. We'll be back after this break on Schlick Sports. Attention sports fans of Southwest Jacksonville. Are you prepared to defend against the greatest opponent of our time? I'm not talking about a rival team. I'm talking about cyber threats. Did you know that in 2023, over 60% of small to mid-sized businesses experienced a cyber attack, and only 14% were considered prepared to handle the attack? Don't let one setback sideline your success. Here to help is CMIT Solutions of Southwest Jacksonville, your local IT managed services provider for small to mid-sized businesses in and around Southwest Jacks. Tune in to our free podcast on cybersecurity, where we break down the complex threats in just 15 minutes per episode. Make the most of your drive time and defend your business like a champion. Stay safe, stay secure. Find us on YouTube at youtube.com/@CMITSWJacks. Bottom of the third inning, coming off the RBI double from Adam Harvey. Creekside doubles brought to you by Triple Crown Fence. Call today at 305-331-9377. And it's time for a pitching change brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. Relieving the starter Tyler Ellis, Braden Hansen, the senior Florida State College Jacksonville commit. Leads the team in appearances this season, 11 of them all out of the pen. Carries an ERA at 2.39. Runner in scoring position, 2 outs and a run in for Creekside here in the bottom of the third. They now lead 4-3 over Trinity Christian. Gavin Strump to the plate. Adam Harvey stands out on second base after the 2-out walk from Bisham. Gets another runner on base after Martineau was caught stealing. Pitch going to be a swinging strike. 0-1. Then Harvey gets the count full, rips a double down the line. Those are the plate appearances that can win a ball game for you. Pitch outside, 1-1. And we have seen a lot of action in these first 3 innings. It combined 7 runs thus far, and these are 2 phenomenal pitching teams. Trinity Christian at a team ERA at 1.22 heading into the game. Opponents averaging less than 2 runs per game against them. Creekside's team ERA 2.09 as the side armor Hansen gets strike 2 in there. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner goes, pitch outside, but Harvey is going to be caught trying for third. I believe that was a hit and run right there, but the pitch so far outside. Strump didn't really stand a chance. And there's out number 3 to end the inning. But Creekside takes the lead again, 4-3 in the bottom of the third. On to the 4th inning here on Schlick Sports. Knights on top. That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. We specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417-3557 for your free estimate today. Top of the 4th inning now.
Leading off the 4th inning.
Final line on the Trinity Christian starter, Tyler Ellis. He goes just 2 2/3, allowing 4 runs, all of them earned. 4 hits, 4 walks, 1 strikeout. Ellis has been great this season. Not going to be too fond of this result, however, in his start against Creekside. Now Trinity back down by 1, but the bats have been loud in this one thus far. Loop down the right field line. Foul ground, it drops for strike 1. Now was rolled a caught stealing as Drew Williams came in to run for Adam Harvey to end the third. Tried stealing third on a 1-2 count. 2 outs right there. Not sure if that was maybe a little too aggressive there. Back up the middle. Gerard Flowers with a single. That's exactly what Flowers needed. Came into this one struggling, batting 111, and the freshman with 2 singles already in this game. That brings up Chandler Dantzler. Went down looking his first time up. Creekside doesn't have an arm up in the pen as a bunt goes foul. 0-1. Looks like Hunter Schlegel getting ready. Matt Bysham sitting at 59 pitches. Showing bunt, pulling back, and taking a close ball 1.
That was a strike, right, Blue? Oh.
1-1 count. Pickoff move to first. Back again. Gerard Flowers. Pulling back again on a bunt. Ball 2 to Dantzler. Bisham set, runner goes, pitch swung on and missed for a strike, throw down to second. Isn't gonna matter, it's a batter's interference. Strike 2. The runner goes back. Dantzler out as he came out over home plate on the swing. The momentum brought him over the plate.
Number 21, Gage Petrutz.
That brings up Petrutz with 1 on, 1 out. Creekside had a call like that earlier this year where Adam Harvey called for the hitter's interference coming over the plate like that. Obviously, as the batter, you want to swing and try to disrupt the catcher a little bit. It's tough, though, with your momentum because Dantzler's kind of reaching out there. Brought him back over the plate. Tough way to go down for out number 1. One for 2 on the day, Gage Petrutz. Got a runner on first, 1 away. A 2-0 count. Three-0 count. And Petrutz gonna walk on 4 pitches. 2 on, 1 out. Chris King gonna go out and meet with Matthew Bisham, who's now sitting at 66 pitches. I doubt this is it for the sophomore. Now another run scores, and that'll probably do it for him. Aiden Arnett coming up. He's 0 for 2.
Your attention, please. Now taking them out.
And they are going to take Bisham out of the game.
Number 8, Hunter Schlegel.
Hunter Schlegel entering. Time now for a pitching change brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. Hunter Schlegel on in relief when we return on Schlick Sports. First Coast Lighting and Fans is a proud sponsor of Schlick Sports and Creekside Baseball. They have the area's largest selection of lights, fans, and home decor. Be sure to stop by and browse their location on Phillips Highway across from the Avenues Mall at 10130 Phillips Highway. They look forward to helping you with your lighting needs soon. Time now for Creekside's first pitching change, brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. On for the Knights, Hunter Schlegel. 2 on, 1 out. He's got 2, 3, 4 coming up. Schlegel has become more and more part of the Creekside rotation out of the bullpen. This is the probably biggest spot he's entered so far this year, and a tough challenge ahead of him. Florida commit, Florida State commit, Florida commit. First pitch into left field. Headed for home is Flowers. He will score. It's 4-4. RBI single for Aiden Arnett.
Next up for Trinity.
Runners on first and
The
second.
first baseman, number 9.
One
Braden
away.
Harris.
Braden Harris up to the plate. He's 1 for 2. I think we were going to kind of find out if this was going to slow down scoring-wise, if this game was going to settle, and I do not see that happening. It is going to be a shootout. Line drive up the middle, right at Ashenfelder. Going to be a close play at home. Out at the plate! Petrus! What a throw from Sean Ashenfelder! Sean Ashenfelder, the Rutgers committed quarterback, shows off the arm from center field.
Now batting the designated
He
hitter
gets
number 2,
Petrus.
Brady Harris.
Trying for home. Two on, 2 out. Pitch in the dirt. Throw to third. Gets past McFarland into left. And that will allow the tying run to score. Arnett was stealing third. That was not a bad throw. Took a skip on McFarland. Tough one to handle, but in the end, it's into left field. Now 5-4. Little chopper. Schlegel fields. Flips to first, but Trinity Christian now with their first lead of the night. It's 5-4 when we return on Schlick Sports. They are back together again and talking sports in Jacksonville. Brent Martineau and former Jags player Austin Lane from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. on all the social media platforms, and for the first time ever in Jacksonville, a 24/7 streaming network. It's Action Sports Jax 24/7. Download the Action News Jax Now app and get sports all day, every day. It's on Roku, Apple TV, Google TV, and many other platforms. Action Sports Jax 24/7 and the new Brent and Austin Show, 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. A costly error from Creekside, allowing Aiden Arnett to give Trinity Christian the lead. Trying to steal third, throw goes into left, he scores. And now the Crusaders, or excuse me, the Conquerors, with their first lead of the night. 5-4, Creekside has put up a run, at least one in every inning. That pitch hits Gavin Strump, he swings. It's strike one. Just dropped the bat. Just gave a look like, seriously? Nasty pitch. Swings at the next one, taps it foul. 0-2. Creekside plated 2 in the first, 1 in the second, and 1 in the third. Pop up. Fouled away. 0-2 count on Gavin Strump. Braden Hansen looking for out number 1. Fly ball, center field, coming in and making the catch on his knees. Gage Petrus. 1 away. Aiden Benechek the next up for Creekside.
The second baseman, number 2, Aiden Benechek.
8-9-1. Up here for Creekside, Benechek the 8-hole hitter. Takes strike 1 on the outside corner, 1-1. This is the 5th meeting all time between these two teams. Trinity has won against Creekside 3 years in a row, and Creekside hadn't scored more than 2 in those 3 years. Ground ball, third base, fielded by Lee. Throw on to first, a little trouble out of the glove of Harris. Benechek will reach on the error. 1 on, 1 out. And that brings up Zach Jackson.
Left fielder number 17, Zach Jackson.
He walked back in the second. Obviously, Creekside 4 runs on the board already against Trinity. The one time Creekside did beat the Conquerors. 4-1 victory in 2012. It wasn't until 2021 that they would see each other again. Now 3 straight years these teams have faced off, and this one has been the best matchup yet thus far. Against Trinity last year, Creekside lost by a score of 7-2, snapping the 3rd longest win streak in Creekside baseball history. (3-1) on Zach Jackson. Pitch low for ball 4. 2 on, 1 out, and it's back to the top of the order. And we'll see if Aschenfelder, Morton, and Martineau can come through for the Knights.
The center fielder, number 20, Sean Aschenfelder.
It's funny because these matchups over the years have been pretty low scoring. Trinity became the first team in this matchup to score more than 4 runs last year, plating 7. Creekside never scored more than 4 against Trinity. 4-1 win, then a 3-0 loss, 3-1 loss, 7-2 loss. They've got 4 on the board. The tying run now on base on second. Go-ahead run on first in the bottom of the 4th. Aschenfelder takes a strike. 1-1. Foul ball, strike 2. Aschenfelder 2 for 2. 2 singles and an RBI. There is a gaping hole in left center field as Gage Petrus, the center fielder, shaded in towards right center field. Aschenfelder, if Aschenfelder puts one into left center. Ground ball up the middle. This could be two. Danzler steps on second for one. Throw to first, not in time. Benechek way off at third. They throw. He is safe. As the tag was not applied by Maddox Lee, he missed. Benechek almost caught on the bases. A fielder's choice. Allows Ashenfelder to reach. Inning stays alive. Parker Morton in a big spot. Runners on first and third. 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th inning. Morton 0 for 2. Came into this one batting .208, 3 RBIs on the season. Cuts at the first one, misses. Had him fooled inside. 0-1. Big spot. Braden Hansen fires. Great job behind the plate. Braden McKee with a reach in that left arm out, fully extended. Catches it, keeps it from getting to the backstop. Great play. Ashenfelder into scoring position on a stolen base. Now a 1-1 count. Stepping off on the mound, Braden Hansen. Ty Martineau on deck. 2 in scoring position, 2 outs. Creekside down by 1. Low and away, Morton takes ball 2. Hansen has already walked a batter this inning. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to walk Morton here. Getting a force at any base, but brings up a dangerous hitter in Ty Martineau if he does, in fact, walk him. Pitch at the knees, catches the zone, 2-2. Big spot. The 2-2 pitch. Outside, 3-2. Count full on the DH, Parker Morton. Morton into the right-handed batter's box. The senior Hansen comes set. Here it is. Foul tip, he stays alive. And it goes off of a painful spot, I think. Morton down in pain. Getting checked on by his coaches in the athletic training staff. Few chuckles down there. I think that might have been a little cup check situation. Morton take a little walk and then get back into that right-handed batter's box. Still 3-2. Hansen set. The pitch. Down low, ball 4. And the base is loaded for Ty Martineau. He's reached base on a hit by pitch and a walk. Now bases loaded, 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. Creekside trailing by 1. And it's up to the senior Martineau, the team leader in RBIs. 17 on the season. Can he deliver? strike one. Hansen has walked to this inning. Coming into this one in 14 2/3 innings of work, he'd walked 12. Swing and a miss at strike two. Ty Martineau in an 0-2 hole. This could be a huge spot in this game. Martineau and Hansen, they know it. Advantage Hansen, an 0-2 count. And he got him swinging at strike three. Creekside loads the bases in the fourth, and they can't bring a run in. That one hurts for the Knights, but they still down by just one as we enter the fifth inning, 5-4 Trinity. That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. We specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417-3557 for your free estimate today. Top of the fifth inning, and it's time for another pitching change brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. Roman Baselli in to face 5, 6, 7 for Trinity Christian, who've gone 3 straight innings, plating at least 1 run. Roman has been good in recent appearances on the mound, struggled to open up the season, but he's seemingly finding his rhythm out there. Gets a strike across on Jordan Martinez. Got, of course, that tough crossfire delivery. He swung at strike two. Baselli, in 7 appearances this year, has gone 16 2/3, 2.94 ERA, 23 strikeouts to 16 walks. He struck out 6 in 3.2 against St. Augustine. And he gets strike 3 on Martinez. 1 away in the fifth. Maddox lead the next up for the Conquerors here in the fifth. 2-run single for him last time up in the third. That was a big time spot. 2-2, 2 outs. Just slashed one to left field and came through big time for Trinity. 1-0 misses just a bit outside. Two-0 count. Baselli looking to find the zone. And he does. Hits the inside corner, 2-1. Another one. 1 out in the fifth. Pop up, foul ground. Gavin Strump back. He will let it go out of play. 2-2. Baselli, a really tough at bat up at the plate. You're going to beat him by walking and getting those free bases. With that delivery, he is a very tough man to hit. Opponents being 203 against him this year. And as I say that, it's a single up the middle. I'd like to apologize for Roman Baselli for that. Announcer's jinx.
Next up for Trinity, the catcher, number 15, Braden McKee.
Well, we've gotten our daily announcer's jinx out of the way, so that should be it. The announcer's jinx brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli agency. That should pay for it. Strike one to Braden McKee. Baselli, a guy who thrives on forcing weak contact. That one, a blooper, is going to be caught by Beneček. Did they double him up? They did not. A close play at first base. Just in time, Maddox Lee getting back to first base. Heads up. Beneček. Great hustle to get to that one. That brings up Gerard Flowers. He's 2 for 2, 2 singles and an RBI. Chris King going to go talk about that call at first base.
Now batting with two away, the right fielder, number 13, Gerard Flowers.
Yeah, back to what I was saying, Baselli forces weak contact 79% of the time. He gets a lot of outs on little pop-outs, soft grounders. Those are the kind of things that he relies on, along with the strikeout. That pitch just misses. 1-1 close, I think just a little high on Flowers. Runner in scoring position, 2 outs, strike 1. Baselli set. He fires. Just inside. Got a call similar to that earlier in the inning, but might have gone inside just a little early. Runner goes. On the 2-1 there is pitch that just misses. 3-1. Maddox Lee now on third base. The one thing about that the leg kick from Baselli is it allows for a lot of stolen bases, that slow delivery out of the stretch. Full count. Here it comes. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Roman Baselli puts up a donut here in the 5th, and that's a big one for the Creekside Knights. Back up to the plate with the heart of the order, down by just 1 to Trinity Christian. First Coast Lighting and Fans is a proud sponsor of Schlick Sports and Creekside Baseball. They have the area's largest selection of lights, fans, and home decor. Be sure to stop by and browse their location on Phillips Highway across from the Avenues Mall at 10130 Phillips Highway. They look forward to helping you with your lighting needs soon. We've got a good one in the bottom of the 5th. Carson McFarland, Michael Bysham, Adam Harvey coming up in the 5th for Creekside as they trail by just 1. They led after 3 by a score of 4-3, but Trinity able to play 2 in the top of the 4th. Now, back-to-back donuts in the bottom of the 4th, top of the 5th. Creekside trying to put up a run or 2 here in the 5th. Tie this one up or try to get back into the lead, but Braden Hansen is giving him some problems with that funky delivery. Tough guy to hit. McFarland takes away 1-1. Hansen gonna get a new ball out there. Slow chopper out to short. Throw to first. In plenty of time, Jordan Martinez making a nice play there. He retires McFarland, 1 down. And that brings up Michael Bysham.
Now batting the right fielder, number 6, Michael Bysham.
I'd like to give a thank you to Mr. Raymond Bureau for helping me with a few notes on Trinity Christian heading into this one. Did not know how stacked the coaching staff for this team is. So there's a swing and strike 2 on Bysham. Not just the head coach, John Murphy, a Providence and JU graduate, played minor league baseball. Actually the brother of Daniel Murphy, the longtime MLB player. He's had success here at Trinity, of course, but the assistant coaching staff. You got Storm Davis, who won a World Series, played 13 years in the majors. You got John Wasden, who played 12 years in the majors. And you have 2 other assistants who won state championships as assistant coaches. That's quite the coaching staff assembled there. A ball chopped off the plate. That will be a foul ball. Still 0-2. Read up a lot on Storm Davis, like just the history he has. Head coach at Trinity and Bulls, winning a couple state titles. He's the pitching coach for the Cubs, Rangers, and Marlins minor league organizations, actually. Spent a year at the Jumbo Shrimp. Charging in, Maddox Lee throws across the diamond, makes the play. 2 up, 2 down for Creekside in the 5th. And that brings up Adam Harvey.
Next up for the Knights with 2 away, the first baseman, number 14, Adam Harvey.
Harvey had that big RBI double his last time up. Chops one hard the opposite way, but foul. A 1 count. Pitch misses away, 1-1. Braden Hansen has done a phenomenal job out of the bullpen. Has not allowed a run since relieving Tyler Ellis. Another slow chopper to third. Maddox Lee across the diamond. Harvey gonna be safe. Throw took a little short hob on Braden Harris, who just couldn't handle it. And now we'll bring up Tavern Blanzett hitting for Gavin Strump.
Number 7. Tavern Blanzett.
So a runner on first for Creekside. A big spot for the pinch hitter. He's hitting for Strump, who struck out and flew out. 6, ball 1. Blanzett in limited plate appearances this year, batting .412, got 6 RBIs, just 17 at-bats. Foul tip, strike 1. One, misses away. 2-1 count on the junior. Swing and a miss there at strike 2. Here comes Hansen. Sent the opposite way. That is going to drop in left field and get away from Aiden Arnett. Adam Harvey going for the plate. Cut off, throw it home. Harvey will score. We are tied up. Tavern Blanzett comes through, sends it opposite way, and drives in Harvey on the error from Arnett. Oh, baby.
Now batting for the Creekside Knights.
2-2 with 2 outs. Runner in motion. What a spot to come up. Big time, the junior. Now a runner in scoring position in a tie ball game. 2 outs. Benechek now at the plate. He's 0 for 2. Reached on an error there in the 4th. Now that was not a double for Blanzett, but he did get 2 bases, and 2 baggers are brought to you by Triple Crown Fence. Call today at 305-331-9377. I like that move to go with the lefty there, Blanzett. Feel like as a righty with that release coming at you sidearm, that's a tough angle to hit. Tavern Blanzett coming up clutch. The 0-1 to Benechek. Misses away. Ball and a strike. Chopper, that gets past Lee into left. Blanzett has got the green light. It's fumbled again by Arnett. Blanzett scores. It is 6-5 Creekside on the RBI single from Aiden Benechek. Six, 5 Knights over Trinity Christian. Blanzett and Benechek.
Left fielder number 17, Zach Jackson.
How about those guys? 2 JV call-ups from last year, juniors who have kind of fought their way into the lineup and getting at bats. They come up big for the Knights. There's out number 3, getting Jackson. But Tavern Blanzett and Aiden Benechek drive in 2 to give Creekside the 6-5 advantage heading into the 6th on Schlick Sports. They are back together again and talking sports in Jacksonville. Brent Martineau and former Jags player Austin Lane from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. on all the social media platforms, and for the first time ever in Jacksonville, a 24/7 streaming network. It's Action Sports Jax 24/7. Download the Action News Jax Now app and get sports all day, every day. It's on Roku, Apple TV, Google TV, and many other platforms. Action Sports Jax 24/7 and the new Brent and Austin Show, 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. top of the 6th inning, and we've got a little defensive change for Creekside. In at catcher, Carson McFarland moving from third base as Gavin Strump was pinch hit for. And it seems he has exited with an injury, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's an arm injury. As in the 5th inning, his throw down to second base to end warmups, he just sailed into center, looked a little awkward, didn't quite look right. And there's Hudson Hyatt, who's coming in playing third for McFarland. They had a conversation with Connor Belizik, who's also nursing an arm injury, as that one blooped down the right field line, dropping foul.
That's all right.
0-2 on Danzler. They're having a quick conversation with Belizik, I think, on if he'd be able to go in there. And even during warm-ups when he's been catching while Strump's been getting ready, he's been having Coach Robbie McClovsky throw back to the pitcher for him. So it's Carson McFarland, who has experience, was originally a catcher for Creekside. But then with Belizik and Strump down, he kind of becomes that third option. Another guy who can catch, Sean Aschenfelder, in center field, is actually a top-ranked player at the catcher position in the 2025 class, but he's mostly been a shortstop and center fielder for Creekside. As there's ball one for Danzler.
Yeah. Oh, that looked good.
And you hope for the best for Gavin Strump, who's been a big part of the night's success. A 1-2 count on Chandler Danzler. Takes a pitch down low, 2-2. Danzler has been retired on a strikeout and a hitter's interference on a throw down to second. He actually hosts the podcast called the Where's Home Podcast, where he features a multitude of guests from across sports, mainly baseball. I remember seeing he had Ethan Holiday on for an episode.
Middle. Let's go.
Love what he's doing there. At the plate, a 3-2 count. Baselli does not want to lose him. And he got him. Swinging at strike 3, one down in the 6th. That'll bring up Gage Petrutz.
And now with one away, the Conquerors roll back to the top of the order. This is the center fielder number 21, Gage Petrutz.
Petrutz, 1 for 2.
First
He
pitch.
singled and then walked as well in the 4th. Grounded out to short, leading off the game in the 1st. Takes a pitch in for a ball. 1-0. Full windup from Baselli. Foul back. 2 strikes on Petrutz.
Be big here.
Back into the batter's box. He digs in. 1-2 count. Just able to foul it back and stay alive. Gage Petrutz. Nice little barehanded play by Carson McFarland, handing the ball back to the umpire. Smooth operator behind home plate. The 1-2 again. Again, pop foul. Petrutz just barely staying alive. Six-5 score, top of the 6th inning. Creekside back on top after plating 2 in the 5th. Baselli looking to keep it that way in the 6th. Just misses inside there, 2-2.
Good pitch.
Thought about chasing the ball low. Able to lay off in the end. 3-2. Another full count. Here comes. Popped up. on the infield. Martineau called off by Benechek, who makes the catch. 2 away. It's not often you see the second baseman call off the shortstop, but Benechek had the better angle on it.
Number 17, Aiden Arnett.
Martineau came a little too far in on the pop-up and was having to start ranging back, and that's dangerous on those high infield pop-ups. Nice job by Benechek and Martineau recognizing he had the better angle. Now 2 away. Arnett takes a pitch low. He had a big-time RBI single last time up in the 4th and also scored the go-ahead run after driving in the tying run for Trinity. 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Misses low again. 2-0.
Hey, get long.
Don't want to go down 3-0. This is where you have to find the zone if you're Roman Baselli. And he does. 2-1. Just a bit outside. I love Major League. I've still got to watch Major League 2. We got it recorded. I might watch that when I get home. That's got the winning streak quote in it. The 3-1. Misses outside, ball 4. Arnett reaches base. So runner on first. With 2 outs. I'll bring up Braden Harris. Robbie McClovsky, the pitching coach, making a rare appearance on the mound. Normally it's Chris King, the head coach, who comes out in these spots, but right here, McClovsky going out to talk with Baselli in a big spot. And you wonder if this has anything to do with the base running action. Trinity's going to go with Aiden Arnett with the leg kick of Baselli. However, we've seen a couple times pickoff moves go down the right field line. We'll make safe move to first, most likely. And maybe a slide step, just try to get that move quick to home and give Carson McFarland a chance to throw down. And that's the other thing that comes into play with Strump being out. McFarland having to make a play down to second base. He's not a guy who's had too many reps at catcher recently, so we'll see how comfortable he is making a throw if they have him do so. Braden Harris at the plate. He's 2 for 3, 2 singles. It just misses. 1-0. Pickoff move to first. Back safely. Aiden Arnett. He does not have a big lead over at first base. That's a tough move with Baselli's leg kick taking a step towards first in the first place. That's tough to judge as a runner on first base.
Calm down, Carson. Let's go. Calm him down.
Two balls, no strikes. Missing up and away. 3-0 count. Michael Beisham's there in right field. He'd most likely be the guy the Knights turn to if they were to pull Baselli. Brady Harris on deck. Right down the heart of the plate.
2 more times, man. Let's go.
3-1.
Hey, don't get pretty.
1 on, 2 out, top of the 6th. Creekside holding on.
Hey, middle, let's go.
The 3-1 offering.
There you go.
Foul back, count full.
Do it again.
3-2.
Do it again. Let's go.
Here's the pitch. Down and in, ball 4. Baselli
Let's go.
loses Braden Harris. That puts the go-ahead run on first base.
Next up for Trinity, the designated
And
hitter
it'll
number
bring
2,
up Brady Harris. He's 0 for 2. Reached on a walk, though, in the third. Two on, 2 out.
Let's go, FPS.
Strike 1.
There you go. Hey, get some confidence. Let's go.
2 strikes on Brady Harris. Here's the pitch. Just up high above the belt. 1 and 2. Tying run on second for Trinity. Go ahead run on first. 2 gone in the 6th. Got him swinging! It's a drop third strike, and McFarland tags him out. Roman Baselli escapes the jam. 6-5 Creekside. We play on to the bottom of the 6th. Attention sports fans of Southwest Jacksonville. Are you prepared to defend against the greatest opponent of our time? I'm not talking about a rival team. I'm talking about cyber threats. Did you know that in 2023, over 60% of small to mid-sized businesses experienced a cyber attack, and only 14% were considered prepared to handle the attack? Don't let one setback sideline your success. Here to help is CMIT Solutions of Southwest Jacksonville, your local IT managed services provider for small to mid-sized businesses in and around Southwest Jacks. Tune in to our free podcast on cybersecurity, where we break down the complex threats in just 15 minutes per episode. Make the most of your drive time and defend your business like a champion. Stay safe, stay secure. Find us on YouTube at youtube.com/@CMITSWJacks. Bottom of the 6th, Creekside leading by 1, and they're looking for some insurance runs before they look to close it out. 1, 2, 3 coming up. Aschenfelder has reached all 3 times, twice on singles, once on a fielder's choice. He shows bunt this time. It's a hard one foul down the third base line. Strike 1. How big was Roman Baselli there? Walked a couple guys with 2 outs. Facing a very dangerous hitter in Brady Harris. Stays calm, gets the strikeout. Creekside still with the lead, and a lot of energy and momentum in the bottom of the 6th. Trying to take down Trinity Christian at home. High fly ball, right center field. Catch is made by Petrutz, 1 away. I'll bring up Parker Morton. 0 for 2, reached on a walk his last time up in the 4th, but he's being pinch hit for by Nick Romeo. Chris King trying to get a lefty matchup, I think, right here.
Nick Romeo.
Romeo has got some pop in that bat. If he gets a hold of one down the right field line, could be dangerous in the corner looking at extra bases. Takes the first pitch outside. 1-0. Romeo this year batting .211, 2 doubles and an RBI. Sends one back up the middle, fielded by Martinez. Throw on to first. Is dropped. Was a low throw to Braden Harris. Couldn't handle it. Romeo reaches on the error. 1 on, 1 out for Ty Martineau.
Now batting for the Creekside
Running
Knights,
for Romeo.
shortstop, number 5, Ty Martineau.
That is Josh Huber.
And into the game of the bases, number 21, Josh Huber.
These lefties are seeing Hansen a lot better up at the plate. Seeing much better contact. That was solid up the middle from Nick Romeo. 1-0 count, 1 on, 1 out. Ty Martineau, 0 for 1. He's reached twice, however. Hit by pitch and a walk. That one is through into right. Huber gonna stop at second. Now 2 on after the single from Martineau. McFarland the next up for Creekside.
Next up for the Knights.
He's 1 for 3.
Number 19, Carson
Had the
McFarland.
2-run double in the first. Some insurance runs standing on first and second. There's a big hole open on that right side of the infield, especially with the way that Hansen pitches in on the hands. Not too likely to see anything poke that way. You gotta be pretty late on it to take advantage of that. The 0-1 misses away. Romeo reached on the error from Jordan Martinez. Josh Huber running for him out at second. Ty Martineau with the single. With 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. McFarland looking to give Creekside just a little bit of breathing room. Hansen has forced a lot of ground balls, though. Pops it up, shallow right field. That one is caught. There's not Chandler Danzler out there. That is a new second baseman. Don't have a number on him.
Now step into the plate with 2 away.
2 away.
Your right fielder,
Michael Bysham now up for
number 6,
Creekside.
Michael Bysham.
That is moving from right field to second. Gerard Flowers. Danzler's now at third. And out in right field, Maddox Lee, I believe. Pitch misses low.
Keep that strong foot in there.
Bysham drives this one into left. Huber is going to try for home. Arnett gets cut off and Huber scores. It is 7-5 Creekside. A clutch base hit from Michael Bysham. Big time insurance run for the Creekside Knights.
Next up for
that brings up Harvey.
First baseman, number 14, Adam Harvey.
Textbook hitting with the pitch in on the hands like that. Solid contact on the ground. No chance for Danzler or Martinez to reach it. Right through that 5-6 hole into left, allowing Huber to score. Big lead for Martineau at second. And on the hands, Harvey chops it foul. 1-1. Two on, two out. One run in the sixth for Creekside. The Knights have scored in every inning except for the fourth. Two one. The pitch. Swung on and shot back up the middle. This could be close at first. It is through into center. A collision by the middle infielders. Martineau scores. To third goes Bysham. Runners at the corners, and it's now 8-5 Creekside. That was going to be a single either way for Adam Harvey. But Flowers and Martinez collided up the middle, and now Hudson Hyatt to the plate. His first varsity at bat.
Number 24, Hudson Hyatt.
Creekside is loud. Hyatt drives one the other way. That is gloved by Flowers at second. Will throw on to first for out number 3. But Creekside gets 2 more in the bottom of the 6th. They lead by 3. Baselli looks to close out the upset when we return on Schlick Sports. That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. We specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417-3557 for your free estimate today.
Off the top of the 7th, for Trinity Christian is the shortstop, number 23, Jordan Martinez.
Well, the Creekside offense has gotten the job done against a Trinity team that came into this one with a team ERA at 1.22. They've plated 8 against the Conquerors. They lead 8-5 in the 7th. Baselli faces 5, 6, 7. It's Martinez, Lee, and McKee. Ball 1-0. There's a strike across the plate. Baselli has been phenomenal in relief. Full windup and the pitch. Catches the zone, 1-2.
Hey, keep it up, let's go.
And Creekside all year has kind of been looking for that big signature win. As I said early on, this would be it. Fouled away, out of play, 1-2. This is the type of thing that can really kind of push that team to the next level, give them that confidence boost, that morale boost, and really help going into the playoffs. There's strike 3 to Martinez, 1 away. Maddox Lee the next up. He's reached base all 3 times at the plate.
Number 1, Maddox Lee.
He is the only Conqueror to record a hit against Roman Baselli. Showing bunt, misses on it. That's strike 1. Oh, they said no swing.
Oh, we paid. Oh.
So take that back. That's actually ball 1. Must have pulled back at the very last second there. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1. The 1-1 pitch. High drive, left field, going back. Jackson under it, makes the catch. 2 away. Creekside is 1 out away.
2 away, the catcher, number 15, Braden McKee.
McKee is 1 for 3. He singled in the 2nd.
FPS.
Trinity down to their final out. There's strike 1. The 0-1. Popped up on the infield. Benechek makes the catch. And the Conquerors have been conquered by the Creekside Knights. 8, 5, and 7. The Knights upset Trinity Christian. How about that? That is how you respond to your win streak being snapped. Coming through late, the offense takes the lead in the 5th, adds insurance in the 6th, and upset the Conquerors on their own field. How about that? The Knights will look to build off this tomorrow night against University Christian at University Christian. That'll be live here on Schlick Sports. But until then, I am Noah Schlicksup, signing off, saying see you next time here on Schlick Sports.